Hi, I hope you're well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Blessing Albright, and as you can tell from the thumbnail or the title of this video, I have just bought my first car since living here in the UK. And in this video, I just want to walk through the entire process and talk about everything I wish I knew before, starting the process, and basically give you some pointers and some tips that really helped. So yes, of course, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing we needed to do was to decide if getting a car was actually very necessary for us, because we live here in London where transportation is actually quite smooth, like using buses and trains and all of that, which is the exact reason why we actually haven't gotten one for the past couple of years, because it just did not seem very necessary considering how very well connected the transport system is and how affordable it is as well. Especially because myself and my partner, we both work in like central London, and driving into central London will mean you need to pay congestion charges, ridiculous rates for parking, and so many different things. So it just did not make a lot of economic sense for us to sort of buy a car like before now. And even now it doesn't, I can't say it doesn't make economic sense, but it's not like the most value adding thing, to be honest, because the situation is still largely the same, and it was just a let's just do it situation. Because like if we actually continue to consider how well connected the transport system is and all of that, would probably never end up buying a car, which of course is not possible. So this is really just a case of you only live once, just buy the car if you want it, which is why we're here now. Like I said, of course the first thing you want to do is decide if buying a car is even right for you. So of course you want to like assess your situation. What do you do like on a day-to-day? For the past couple of years since we've been living in the UK, we've largely been working from home, so that was like another major reason why it just did not make so much sense buying a car. But our offices now, we've started to go in like much more frequently, which is not so bad. And then of course our like running errands and all of that, we just thought it would make sense to have one. So yes, once you've assessed the situation and you've decided that yes, you truly do need a car, then that is one step done. Okay, so the next thing now is finding the right car for you. So there are so many cars on the market. There are petrol cars, hybrid cars, diesel cars, electric cars. So you want to decide which one is most suitable for your situation and which one would you prefer as well. So for us, we clearly went for an electric car because we have a house and it has like an electric charging point, which has just been lying useless for the past couple of years since we bought the house, and it just made sense to sort of put it to use, and it would be less stressful for us charging an electric vehicle and all. So it made sense for us to sort of buy an electric car. And of course we've always been like fans of Teslas as well, so yeah, it just made sense. Coming back to finding the right car for you, you want to consider your lifestyle, your situation, the kind of travel you'll be doing, what car is best suitable for all of that. If you have children, you also want to consider the size of car that you want. Is it something that is family friendly and all of that good stuff? For us at the start, we definitely knew we wanted a Tesla, but then we started seeing like really ridiculous insurance charges that just was not making any sense, right? Because like you'd be buying a car for an amount, and then the insurance would almost be up to the amount you're buying the car for per year, which just made no sense, right? So when we started seeing that, we had to start sort of considering other options like Mercedes-Benz and some other car types, just because the Tesla insurance was insane, like literally. And I think this was like towards the end of last year. So we just shut it down. We're like, you know what, this is not making any sense. So we started doing research on all these other car types to see if there was anyone that we could make work. So funny enough, we were already like sort of sold on getting a Mercedes, and then we were like, wait, let's actually look into Teslas again. So that was like right now, like in April 2025. We're like, let's look into Teslas again and see what the insurance cost is looking like. And then when we started checking, the rates were like so much better for some reason. So we're like, you know what, we actually could go back to our first option, which is what we always wanted. So yeah, we started seeing better rates, and we're like, yep, we got a lock in on this one. So we knew we were able to eventually do a Tesla. So we started looking into the market to see what Tesla options are available around us and all of that. which now brings me to the next topic, which is websites to use. So there are like lots of websites that you can use in the UK, and I think one of the most popular ones is AutoTrader, which is actually what we ended up using. And we found it very seamless, very easy to use, very lovely website. Everything was really great. You could see all the details of the vehicle, you could see literally any information that you need, and of course if you need more information you can always like contact them and all of that. So AutoTrader really came in handy for us. It was an absolutely good experience. We actually found our car on AutoTrader. So yeah, definitely recommend that one. I know there are other things like Facebook Marketplace, there is CarWow, so many different ones. So I know a lot of people would say be careful if you're using Facebook Marketplace. That's not even a platform I would personally consider, to be honest, because I've never bought anything off of there. So I definitely would not, take my add-in money to buy a car on Facebook Marketplace. But I know it works for some people, so you can definitely look into it. But there are also like lots of other reputable websites that you could check. After you've chosen the right car for you, you have to start considering other things as well, like the price of the vehicle, which is definitely like a big factor in your purchase journey, right? There are like multiple ways you can do it, right? You can either buy a car with your cash, as in pay the entire amount at once. You can do a finance, which is where you'll be able to sort of drop a deposit and then you'll be able to pay as you go. They also have hire purchase options or PCP options, so you can definitely look into those and see which works best for you, depending on your financial situation. So for us, for example, we decided it was probably best for us to not incur extra interest on buying a car, so we decided it was best to just buy it as a one-off purchase. So we decided to do cash instead of finance, just so we could save on the interest, which of course is not too bad if you actually do need the support, right? Or just prefer paying it on a monthly basis. Choosing the best way to sort of pay for the vehicle is almost as important as choosing the right car for you, because of course it's money that's going to give you the car, right? While we are on the issue of finance, it's important to know that the cost of buying the car is not the only cost you are going to incur. Like I mentioned before, there are things like insurance that you need to pay, so it's so important to check the insurance for the vehicle type that you're interested in, to be sure it's not through the roof and you're not getting like ridiculous quotes, because I know some cars like Teslas, Range Rovers, they used to have like really exorbitant prices when it comes to insurance. So you just might need to look into that, and it could actually help you make your decision. There are other costs like road taxes. If you live in London, they have the ULEZ charges. They also have congestion charges if you drive into some parts of London. So yeah, these are like some things that you definitely need to take into consideration, because yeah, and of course the general upkeep of your car as well. If you'd like to like make changes or pimp it up a little and do things like that, you need to factor in all of those costs. Just to add, of course, you don't necessarily need to buy your car online. Lots of people walk into like dealerships and look at the cars that they have and then make a choice right there and then, which of course is another fun option. So you can just look for a dealership near you and see what car options they have for sale. So yes, that's it guys. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two, but those were some of the key things that we needed to consider before buying the car, and we did get a very lovely one that we both love, which is such a great plus. Now let's move on to the actual buying vlog, you guys. I tried to film the process when we were trying to buy the car. We actually had to travel up to Derby, check the car, and then it got delivered to us in London. Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Such an exciting vlog. So we're currently on our way to the dealership now. We literally just looked it up online, checked AutoTrader, and saw what we liked, which literally brought us all the way to Derby. Like there are so many options in London, but they just don't meet the specifications that we want, I guess. So yeah.
Several days later.
Guys, we are expecting a very exciting delivery today. Okay, so the car is literally coming today. They are bringing it all the way from Derby today. It should be down shortly and I don't want to miss it, so heading down now.
any questions, just let us know.
Yep. Let's go inside.
Talk.
Please don't speed so much. I'm just
Mr.
I'm
Talk.
just a girl.
I see. I thought you were a boy.
So we're trying to choose the first song that we're going to play in our car. And of course, it has to be something by An Endless Ocean.